Hey everyone, this is Dmovieman, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And today I'm coming to you all with, yes, another trailer reaction, trying to keep the ball rolling here. So I figured I would go ahead and jump in with another film that I am very much anticipating, along with a lot of fans of the theater and Broadway and so on. So I figured I would go ahead and react to the newest trailer, the official trailer, for the long-awaited film adaptation of the classic and beloved Broadway musical, Wicked. Directed by John M. Chu and starring CYNTHIA ERIVO, Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, and many more. All right, let's get into it.
Are people born wicked? Or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? You're green.
I am.
That's clearly sarcasm. I saw folks arguing about that.
You can room with Miss Glinda.
Oh, popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks, Ryan.
Oh, popular.
Please, everyone take your seats. In today's Oz, a real sorcerer who possesses true magic has become all too rare.
Absolutely remarkable.
That was you who made all that happen. How did you do it?
I don't know. I've never known.
You, come with me.
Of course.
Not you.
Oh.
You. You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Glinda?
Ew.
I know. It's my granny's. I'd give it away, but I don't hate anyone that much.
Hey.
You should join us tonight. And don't tell me you have nothing to wear. Because you could wear this.
See.
Something has changed within me.
She doesn't give a twink when anyone thinks.
Something is not the same.
Of course she does. She just pretends not to.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This is your moment. I'm coming.
Ah.
The great and terrible.
Something bad is happening in Oz.
The best way to bring folks together is to give them a real good enemy.
You have no real power.
That's why I need you.
Don't let her get away! This wicked witch.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Oh, I like the pink and green. Now, why is the title sequence or the title card at the end given AKA? Come on, pink and green. Shout out to the AKAs. So, I usually go more in detail regarding backstory and certain information and all that, but I find that I am trying to work on curtailing some of those thoughts and also leaving something for the reviews themselves. So I realized, similar to how I did my review of The Color Purple when I got more into the stage versus screen, you know, the prior history and all that, I'll probably do that. But what I will say is that I have had the wonderful opportunity to see Wicked on Broadway. I even remember that on Ugly Betty, it basically was like cross promotion, but there was an episode where they went to go see Wicked, and it was basically a big commercial saying like, come see Wicked in New York on Broadway. And I was intrigued, but I definitely will say, as a fan of Ugly Betty then and now, it definitely had a hand in ramping up any anticipation I might not have had prior to that. But yes, this is also incorporating elements, I believe, of Gregory Maguire's 1995 novel, Wicked. And let me just say, as someone who has also read that novel, the musical, the book, they couldn't be further apart as far as tone and messaging. And let's be clear, the musical still incorporates a lot of elements from the book, but even the way that the book starts with some not so pleasant bloodshed, you know, from our main character, I was just like, oh, okay. I wasn't surprised, but it still caught me off guard. I was like, yeah, they're not playing around here. So Wicked is a lot more, obviously, light, frothy, bubbly, you know, lighthearted, even though it still does retain some of those darker elements. And it is dealing with, as the first part of the opening line of the trailer says, like, is one born wicked, or does one have wickedness thrust upon them? And those questions are pondered in the book. You know, what is evil? What is good? What are the elements of society that contribute to goodness, that contribute to wickedness? And so it's a very intriguing, very layered story. But I think because the musical has taken precedence, obviously, in pop culture and, you know, theater history, Broadway history and all that, a lot of that doesn't get focused on as much, but it's still very intriguing. I am just more so excited just to see, same with The Color Purple, same with a lot of musicals that I've seen on the stage. It's all about seeing how this medium in one setting on the stage translates to film. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but I think that's always the most exciting part anyway, just seeing like how does one envision this on film in a real setting. I already heard and saw Ariana doing Popular. Popular is easily next to Defying Gravity. Those are the two biggest songs as far as Glinda's song and then Elphaba's song. Those are probably two of the more memorable songs from the musical, but there are plenty other great songs as well. So I think just seeing those come to life, I'm just really excited. I really, really am. And I just think overall, I am just excited as a musical fan, just to have another big budget musical to enjoy for our holiday season. This is coming out during Thanksgiving, and it'll be nice to not have to go to work and you know, eat some good food and then enjoy this and obviously have the experience in a completely different way, much like I did The Color Purple. So again, to reiterate, I am very excited for this, and I'm just really intrigued to see how everything comes together. And I'm also interested in seeing how things will play out as far as part 2 and how they're even going to hint at certain things in part 2, because this story is obviously being split. And I think only time will tell if that was a good choice or if it was just a money-making choice. You know what I'm saying? I think there are opportunities to flesh out Act 2 a little bit more. Some people have talked about how Act 2, you don't get as much of the storytelling, or it's just not as fleshed out or as in depth, or, you know, it kind of lacks something in comparison to Act 1. So I think by incorporating more of Dorothy Gale's story and the Wizard of Oz, you know, what we saw within the original story of the Wizard of Oz, and incorporating that and seeing all that play out, I think this will make this a little bit more well-rounded from a storytelling perspective. But hopefully this doesn't end up being like The Hobbit, as far as it being like, okay, y'all could have just kept this to one film, or, you know, in that case, 2 films, because a lot of folks with The Hobbit, it was just like, y'all stretch this out like some like some day-old gum, and we don't need it. So hopefully the execution is really solid. People are complaining that the trailer is giving everything away. I'm a little confused by that statement, because this is a 20-year-old musical, and from that standpoint, an almost 30-year-old story as far as the novel. So it's just kind of like, I don't know what we're talking about here, but I'm gonna let those folks have it. Wicked will be released in theaters this Thanksgiving. You guys feel free to leave your thoughts below. Let me know what your experience has been with Wicked, The Wizard of Oz, any variation of this story, and how you feel about musicals, how you feel about Broadway, and just how you feel about how this particular adaptation will turn out. I am here for all the discourse, all the conversation, and please feel free again to leave your thoughts down below and let me know what you think. So, once again, this is Movieman signing off, and I'll see you at the movie.